Hello, boys and girls. This is Jason with Space Engine again. I found a neutron star last night and decided to revisit it today. I'm going to see if I can show you that neutron star here in a second. But this is one of the small planets, the third planet from the star. You can see the reference here. RS8474 is the star. And this is planet 3 from that star. The star itself is only about 30 kilometers in diameter, so it's very, very tiny star. These planetoids, if you will, or what are they calling dwarf planets, are very tiny planets. These are about the size of our moon. And as you can see, they're very dark because the star is so small. I wanted to showcase this to you because it is dark, and also because it reminded me of a film, The Fifth Element. If any of you have seen that, if you remember that dark sphere that was the nemesis and was, I guess, basically trying to kill everyone. It was the evil contained. When I overexposed this video image to so you could see it, let me show you what I get. It's really interesting. Well, I guess he moved on a little bit, so let me circle around to right now I can't tell you if we're looking at towards the center of the Milky Way galaxy or not, but it's very bright because I've overexposed the image, just so you can see. I've also got a few filters added to the processing of the graphics, so it seems really bright. But as we come around to the darkness, you can see better the planet that I wanted to show you, the detail on the planet's surface. Isn't that cool? It looks like black ice, you know, and that's pretty much what it is. This planet is negative 220 degrees Celsius. It's quite cold, and so you can see how that ice will reflect the very dim light from its neutrons, from its parent neutron star. I want to go all the way around so you can try to get a look at the neutron star itself. And as you can see, the moonlet there orbiting the small planet. We're kind of keeping pace with it as we go around. But yeah, I actually love the add-ons. It looks just like real light. I really enjoy that ambient light and bloom effect that it gives. Now the parent star should be coming up around now. I'll see if I can point it out. It's so tiny. There it is. You can actually see it. It's a very bright star. It's so tiny though. Like I said, it's very small. Yeah, that's really pretty, you guys. That's really pretty. Again, this is star RS8474 1353 8109 8983 8624. This is planet 3 around that neutron star that you can see in the distance. I could zoom in on that star, but honestly it's just a white ball. As you can see in the upper left of the screen, it's just a white ball. It's very tiny, but it's very bright. All the planets are very close to it. Let me show you how close they are. So, looking at that star, and we just lost it. Yeah, I've got some graphics issues. Some serious graphics issues right now. I've lost planets over and over again. I think what it is that as they are... Gotta see if I can show you. So if I send this back into normal exposure mode, see how black everything is? Pretty much if I move this planet into the area where it kind of matches the background, it disappears. And I've seen this happen before. When a moonlet goes around into a dark area where it kind of matches. I think the game doesn't differentiate between the black of the background and the black of the foreground, and so it just kind of treats it like it's all the same color, and it disappears. This could be an effect, it could be an aberration of the add-ons that I have. It could be an aberration in the program itself. At this point, I'm not really sure. But basically, in 3, 2, 1, I don't know where the moonlet went. No biggie right now, it'll show up again later. That star, that neutron star, is 0.16 astronomical units away. So it's not even a full distance, as this is the third planet from the star, as Earth is the third planet from our sun. We are a full astronomical unit away from our sun. The Earth is. Well, this third planet is just a little less than 20% the distance to its star than we are to our star. So that just give you a kind of a perspective on how small this solar system is. I can go out to any one of these other planets. They're all very small up at the top. I tell you what, I'll show you this one. And again, it's very tiny. It's roughly the same size as the one we just left. It's a little bigger, but you can't tell by looking at it. So not even going. No, matter of fact, it's a little smaller. It's on the other side of the star, so we'll get there in just a second. Pretty far away. There it is. And it doesn't need much in the way of exposure, but as you can see, it is it's quite it looks a lot like our moon. Kind of want to get a good close look at that little body there. The game's calculations aren't perfect, but they're pretty doggone good. So what you see is a lot of shaking involved with the small body. Sometimes when they're orbiting a larger body, they often do this shaking thing, which is quite irritating. But we're getting good shadow form at least, and yeah, I'm not really fond of that at all. That's really bad. But at least you get to look at the small planet and see the details in it. What I really like about Space Engine is its ability to render these things in 3D. So we're not just looking at a printed surface. All of these structures that you see there, the craters and the moon down in the bottom center of the surface there, that white thing here, these are all rendered in 3D. They're really great. They're really richly detailed, and the closer you get to them, the richer the detail shows, which is quite neat, I think. Want to get a good look at this one. Wow, look at that. Looks like somebody scratched their name on the surface, doesn't it? That's pretty neat. What does that say? It says CKO, CKA, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's just wind patterns, and maybe it's ancient aliens. I don't know, but that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Stuff like that I like to see. You know, it's probably just cracking in the surface due to the impact a long time ago. It could be faulting in the surface due to temperature changes or something. Who knows? Really interesting though to look at. Kudos to the gentleman who designed this program. Let's go elsewhere and look around. Maybe it does help if you move around more slowly in the program to let the graphical image kind of catch up to the movements of the craft, of the camera. Comes in very handy. In the meantime, I just wanted to share these little tidbits there. As you can see, the little mountains on the horizon. See if we can visit those. Very dim planet, right? Very, very dim. Wow. And like I said, the closer you get to the surface of these bodies, as you can see, it is shaking again, and oh, there's the shadow. Whoa, look at that. That was cool. See what we can see. I do apologize for the shaking. I've actually had these bodies hit me as I tried to station myself in their orbit. As you can see, this one is turning towards me. Oh wow, look at that. There's a little bitty hole in the surface. I don't know how close I can get to that, but wow, look at that. I don't know if I can even get to that. Because the planet itself is turning, and the shaking is kind of preventing me from doing it. We'll just call it interference or something. Oh, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. But that looks like a volcano of sorts, so that's pretty neat. Yeah, the planet is gonna buck us off, so let's just go ahead and get off of this thing. And I'll return you to your regularly scheduled programming. Thanks for watching again. This is Jason, and I'm here with Space Engine, and I will be back with Space Engine as it is my current favorite program in the entire galaxy, and I've played quite a few. So, happy hunting.